Okay, spring's coming. It's March 10th, and it's a nice day outside. It's like +2, +3 Celsius. So I take a trip inside the greenhouse, have a look, see how things are. Because once we start getting the plus degrees and the sun's got a little bit of heat to it, you block out the wind and it gets nice and warm in here. So I thought I'd come in and have a look, and yeah, see, it's like 16 degrees Celsius. That's what, 60 degrees Fahrenheit, I think. I'm not too sure. But there's just water in the pail there, so it's pretty neat. You block the wind and put the sun on an area, and how nice it is. Okay, so we'll check the dirt here. So it's, it is warm in here. So we got 2, 3 inches maybe of unfroze dirt. It's froze pretty hard there. This bed and the one beside it there will test the dirt in it too. See what's going there. So it's like 2, 3 inches before you get to the frozen stuff there. Those are the first two beds I'll be doing. So we go one day later. It warmed up, and the low-lying areas, the water's starting to pool in these areas. It's still cold enough that I can walk on top, but it is definitely starting to thaw. There's a big tire rut. I'll have to fix that in the spring. But it's quite slippery out here now. It's just my feet just slip around there, so just be careful walking here. Okay, so the ice is all falling off the roof here down into the walkway, so I just kick it out of the way in case it snows and I gotta bring the snowblower through here. It won't chomp through this ice if it freezes down. Okay, so the next day was fairly warm today. It was like 7, 8 degrees Celsius, so all that water and ice I was walking on is now just water. A little bit of ice in the other areas, still lots of snow, lots of ponding. I didn't have the rubber boots out yet, so it's a nice enough day. I thought I'd bring the drone out and just fly around and give you a look at the water from a different angle. It's about almost a foot deep out here, so it has no place to go, and it pools there till the ground's thawed enough to soak down through. But this is a fair bit of pooling. We don't normally get this much, but we had a little more snow than normal, so there it is from a bird's eye. Not too bad. So a bit of ponding back there too in that back corner. Go back over here to the greenhouse and get another look. My droning skills are getting a little bit better out. Watch out for the tree. Yeah, there we go. There's some nice aerial shots. I try and get a few of these this summer. I got a couple in, but this summer with all the leaves on the trees, yeah, I think it looks pretty nice. A little bit of ponding right there too. So we'll get centered over top here, and let's go way up and have a bird's eye look. It's drifting a little bit to the right there. It's a little windy up there. It's giving me the warnings on the drone control. So we won't stay up here too long. See if we can hold it steady. Come back down. So that's not too bad. So yes, the next day it got a little warmer. All that ice is now water. And it's a little bit more water than we normally get, so something's not quite right. So we'll have a look inside the greenhouse first before I investigate any further as to why I have so much water. So yeah, it's pretty much telltaling over there. So whoa, that's a little more water than 5-6 inches deep. The barrels are all floating out of their sump hole there. That hole last year, I left the barrels down in there with the piping running to it, and we've had the hole half flooded, so the barrels obviously floated up, and they pushed the piping up and the grow beds up and did a little bit of damage. So I took all the piping off it this fall, just in case. I'm glad I did. Now let's do a little investigating as to why I got so much water. Normally this isn't like this. This is where I was going to put the teepee, so maybe I should be building a canal. Anyways, there's the problem right back here. This back ditch is right full and back flowing onto my property. So that's not very good. I go across the road here. This ditch here is 4 to 5 feet deep. So obviously there's not much water flowing there. So we look up the road here a little further. There's a couple of driveways and the culverts are plugged right up, froze. So there's a back ditch, my place. It's overflowing back here onto the property too. So I'm getting it both ends. So a fair bit of water here. So there's a big rut I had in there from later on. I pack it down. So yeah, seeing that the culverts were frozen full and there was no water flow and it was coming onto my property from the ditch, we phoned the roads department, and like, no word of a lie, 45 minutes those guys were there with a backhoe and this other steam thing they're pulling along behind their pickup truck. It's got a big long pole on it that they shove that down in the culvert and it steams the ice and gets the water flowing. Now they were telling me that once the water flows, it makes its own path through there and slowly builds up. So yeah. Okay, the next day we get up and it snowed again. We got cold. You can see there's that water is down substantially. Kind of glad it was down so I could open this door when it was froze like that outside. But as you can see, there's still quite a bit of water in here, and it's not freezing because it's like almost 10 degrees there. So things are looking up, the water's going down. We'll go have a look back here. You can see it's froze up. I can walk on this now at the side, but you go back here to the ditch and yeah, okay, this one behind me has gone down a fair bit. The one across the road, not so much. It's still quite full, but like I say, it is cold, so things don't flow so well when they're cold. So go back to this. You stand on it. It's got a crust on it. It's at least 2 inches of airspace before the top of the ice in the water. So the water is flowing in that ditch that's behind me, my side of the road. And I think a bit of water's gone here. It's all ice under here now. So we go 3 days later, and the ditches are working pretty good. The sun's out. It's in the +4, +5s through the day. The sun's got some nice heat to it, so you can see pretty much all that water that was here is finally gone. But there's still a fair bit of snow around, so I don't think we'll have as much flooding because the ground is now capable of absorbing I'll check inside the greenhouse and see how things are. It's all looking pretty good back here. My rain barrels. I'll be putting them up in another couple of weeks. It's always good to water with rainwater, the outside plants. They seem to do better. But I can walk across here, all that water is almost gone. There's some ice here. Just because this is a little bit lower than the ditch, it all didn't drain away. My grapevine area there with the barrels are now not underwater. Same with my entranceway to the greenhouse. There's my patio slabs at the door. We couldn't see them before. Let's have a look inside. Yeah, this looks promising. There's a bit of silt on the paper. Under the paper seems pretty firm. There, the barrels are back down where they're supposed to be. No water in there, a little bit in the barrels, but that's okay. So yeah, so other than a bunch of silting in here, things look pretty good. So, we'll take a look at the temperature. Yeah, it's like 13, 14 degrees Celsius in there. That's pretty good. Okay, we'll take a quick poke with the shovel here and see what we got. Not very good camera work on my part. Trying to hit the shovel with one hand. The shovel's going all the way in, although I can't pry the dirt up in this bed here. The shovel's going all the whole depth of it, and this is like 12-inch shovel there, so I think the ground's 95% thawed. Go for a whack in this one. Oh, well, here. Look how easy that was. Look at that. Pull that dirt right up. So these are the first two beds I'm going to do. And looks like maybe it could be done soon. Now, as I was doing that, I could see there's weeds growing in here already. And that's amazing. A day or two ago that was full of water. Look at all these weeds are growing in here. Pretty prolific, whatever they are. Survival of the fittest. Just maybe have a look, see whether they're edible. Oh well. I'll be planting those soon. I think I'll wait another week, see how much more snow melts so I don't have any more flooding. So, thanks for watching.